Well, how's everybody doing? It's the other Wednesday. It's my favorite Wednesday. The one I look forward to. I hope everybody's doing good. Y'all, thanks for being here. Makes my day to see all these great comments pop up and so many familiar names. Y'all, it's a pleasure to spend this time with you, to spend some time with some friends. That's what it's all about. Oh, y'all, we got to start right here. Stuart. Okay, so Stuart, I'm waiting to hear from the boss because actually, all right, Stuart, first one in the shop. Stuart, I hope you're doing all right. Let's see. Happy Wednesday. Do you have a firm date? Let's see for when you'll be at the opening of the Ohio store, the Weaver store. I never think about this until we go live and I get a question for this. Well, we've met, so this is probably not a big surprise. Anyway, oh, good, we're up. Okay, anyway, so I sent an email to the boss. Hey, I never think about that. What so anyway, now my email's got a little, yeah, it's not. So I thought, oh no, connectivity issues. So I texted the boss. She says it looks like we're up. So y'all will see if an email comes. Well, it's not going to come through on that. And I wasn't about to start switching around, right? Yeah, bad time to do that 2 minutes before the live. But everybody, it's good to see everybody's name pop up. Jeremy Johnson. That's right. Hump day. That's exactly right. We're on the downhill side of this week. Carrie, always got a good laugh in there for us. Thank you for that. Guy Heller. Hello, everybody from Eastern France. I'm honored that you're with us. I absolutely am, Guy. Thank you for being here. And hello right back to you. And thank you for that comment. Means more than you know. It really does. Really does. Bridget's with us. Bridget, I hope you're doing okay. And Bridget's got a great question here. What's everybody got on their workbench today? Because holidays, they're on their way and they will be here. I can't believe it's already Labor Day. That's actually this weekend. I can't believe it's already Labor Day. It's been a fast summer. Been on the road a lot. Really chews up the summer. But that means fall's a coming, or at least for us on this half, right? On this half, summer's coming. For y'all on the other half, I can be a little envious both ways. I love the fall, but I love winter too, or summer. I don't like winter. Yeah, I'm just after New Year's, it's just winter. We're just counting the days, waiting for that. Yeah, how soon will spring be here? How about we just skip winter? Let's go from fall right into spring. How about that? Anyway, where I'm going with this, Christmas gifts, and anybody's got some good ideas. We've got a couple of comments here that I may have jumped past, but let's see if I can find this. Yeah, Jeremy. That's right, Jeremy. Here we go. Working on Christmas stockings at the moment, trying to build up stock. That's excellent. And then Chopper Punk TV, I keep trying to build up stock, but it gets sold so fast. It's a good problem. It's a good problem to have. Congratulations on that. Uh, but also, too, after me and my wife, 20 years of giving out, gifts at Christmas, I'm kind of starting to run out of ideas, which never seems to be the case. We always come up with something really cool each year. Last year, I think we saw them was the little feathers. They were cut out and wet formed and painted and added some beads to them. They were gorgeous. Out of the box. I don't even know where that idea came from. So I'm hoping we all have the same experience this year. Something just comes out of nowhere and it's the perfect gift. There are a couple of parameters, right, to Christmas gifts or just gifts in general. Say for a date, like we've got coworkers and we've got family, and we've got friends. So it needs to be something we can make, in a production line format. Uh, because if we had coworkers, family, friends, neighbors, right? That's like 40 people. That's probably not even a lot to a lot of folks. But so anyway, anybody got some good ideas here? Drop it in. I'm gonna do my best to stay a little more up to date on this. Uh excuse me. Yeah, okay, Carrie. Carrie, pay attention to class. Pay attention there. But Carrie, thanks for being here nonetheless. Brian Woodward's with us. Uh Yeah, the Leatherverse, Daniel Reach. Daniel, I'm glad to see your name pop up. Goes with everybody. Goes with everybody, y'all. Thanks for being here. We're going to talk a little bit about leather. We might wander into some food. Uh, Craft fails. Well, I'm winning this week. I'm winning. Um, y'all can try, but I don't think so. Everything I've done in the last 5 days in my shop has been a disaster. Maybe not a disaster, just not I don't know, just I don't know. Um, we'll look at a couple of things. We'll look at a couple of things. We got some yeah. Anyway, um, got some good news for the week. Some good notes from the boss. Um, all kinds of good stuff going. Anyway, got some fun stuff to look at. So I hope it'll be interesting today. That's what we're shooting for. So we'll talk some leather. We'll talk some leather and see what we can get into. Daniel Reach, good one. Bridget, uh, oh, these are all some great comments, y'all. I'm gonna jump ahead, see if I can't stay a little more up to date. The comments come in so fast, I can't keep up with them, and I'm sorry. If y'all drop something in here and I miss it, please forgive me. There's a lot of these, but at the same time, thank you for a lot of these. Oh, and let's see. Oh, JR Crafting attempting to make a sleigh belt for the holiday. Those are such great holiday gifts. And we can make such great sleigh bells. Not your basic fake leather strap with sheep bells and a piece of string on it. We see these everywhere. Yeah, not from us. We can nail it on the sleigh bells. Um, yeah, okay, Babs. Babs, first off, glad you're with us, but a good call. Do you have a library of past Christmas ideas to share? Um, let's see. You know what? I tell you what, let's do this next time because we're still a little bit out. A little bit out. Let's do this. I'm going to jot down. Let's just go. I'm going to name some of the Christmas gifts ideas that we've had over the last number of years. Uh, and maybe y'all, because y'all haven't given these out yet. Right. So maybe that'll be a big help to y'all. Y'all give me some, right? As a give and take here. But let's say I'm gonna make a list of some Christmas ideas. Y'all do the same for 2 weeks out. Let's see if we can come together. Help some folks out that are struggling to get, a good idea this year. Uh, but also types of gifts, things that are relatively easy to make. We can make a lot of them without a lot of expense or time. Um, but I'll do that. Next time, let's see if we can kind of kibitz amongst ourselves and see if we can come up with some good ideas. Um, let's see. Eternal Golden Parade. Chuck, are you going to Dragon Con again? I am sorry to say I won't be at the con this year. We plans got a little bit mixed up, and I'll just leave it there. Um, they kind of got talked about and then fell off and then rescheduled and the whole thing. So actually not the first time in 14 years or 28 years. I don't know. I'm going to take a break from Dragon Con this year and actually take a Labor Day and actually take a Labor Day. We did that one time 2 years ago when all this mess was out and about. But I'm sorry to say I won't be there this year and I'm going to, I mean, it's just the Labor Day. That's what you do in Atlanta. If you're even closely associated with costuming, you go to Dragon Con, the vendor hall. I mean, that's anyway. So no, I'm sorry to say I won't be at Dragon Con this year. And I'm gonna miss it terribly. I'm gonna miss getting to see everybody. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, make sure we come back, right? Make sure we come back. Let's see. Ready to start shooting. Sounds like you're jamming along. Uh nice. Oh, Bridget. Oh, I just saw a craft fail pop up. Uh Oh, no, okay, Craftbell was, excited to make, these holsters in an assembly line, made 2 extra for each one, side each, tooled, and didn't notice until I was done. Oh, Bridge, I'm missing what happened on that one, but that's okay. We let it out, we talk about it, we feel better for just a minute, and then we look back over it. Oh, I've had some craft fails this week. Just really, anyway. Okay. Oh, let's see, Dennis Volpa. And I hope I'm saying that right. Dennis, please forgive me if I'm not. I'm a fountain pen guy, okay? Liking this and started making journal covers and working on leather binding paperbacks. Also, eventually looking to make a faux Middle Ages tapestry out of leather. Oh, Dennis, you got to put a pick up on the fan page. If anybody's new, all right, if you're new with us, first off, welcome to a big family full of great people. You'll see. But But also, Dennis, we've got a fan page. It's the Chuck Dorsett fan page on Facebook. Um, oh, if you pull that one off, you got to put a pic of that up. Oh, you got to put one up. I'd love to see that. In fact, we've got some shout outs here this week for folks on the fan page. Beautiful work coming through, y'all. Beautiful work. Debbie. Oh, come on. Oh, we're not even going there yet. You'll see. You'll see where I'm going with this. Let's see. Oh, well, Bridget, you got 2 extra holsters. Yeah, that happens. Uh, okay. Cy Williams, I have some gold foil lamb leather, and I have no idea what to do with it. It's stunning, but only 0.8 millimeter thick. I would say, Cy, attach it. I would glue that onto a little heavier weight leather. Now you've got a 2 to 3, 4 to 5, 7 to 8, 8 to 9. Line that with something, and you've got a great leather, and you can make all kinds of things with it. I'd love to see that. I bet it's beautiful. Um, yeah, Christopher Brooks. Chris, glad you're with us, but you're exactly right. That sounds very cool. Um, Oh, let's see, Douglas Shaw. Douglas, first off, thanks for a great comment there. Hey, Chuck, love the shirt. Yeah, our Master Tool shirt says it all. USA and leather crafting. Doesn't get any better. Agreed with you fully. I concur. So, okay, let's see, try to stay up. James Sackington. James, I'm glad you're with us today. Good to see your name pop up. Love your posts on the fan page. Absolutely. You've got some great work, James. Some great work. Oh, and thank you. I'll do my best to keep up the good work. I'll do my best. And thank you for that. Means more than you know. Uh, Grayson, hi, Chuck. Hi, Chuck and Chad. Hope everyone is doing well. Grayson, hope you are too. Glad to see your name come up. Uh, Oh, Dennis. Yeah, Dennis has got some more copy here. It's taken a lot of planning. Most of my experiences from historical reenacting. Nice. It's going to take some time. LOL. Going to join the fan page for sure. Oh, yeah, please do, because got to see some of your work. Got to. Oh, and you'll see, right? You put something up. Oh, baby. You're going to get a lot of oohs and ahs. I mean, some of these posts, when I look down there, 48 and 50 comments on some of these. First off, y'all, thank you. Secondly, thank you for great posts. I mean, come on, they're beautiful, right? But everybody is so friendly and so positive and so helpful. Y'all, we're because some of us are a long way away from beginning, but that means so much. It's got to mean so much to the new folks. It really does. A lot of it is that, hey, we screwed up too, in the beginning. It ain't perfect. That doesn't matter. It does not matter. Uh, all ready to start shooting. Oh, thank you for the nice words on my leather work and everyone as well. Right there, ready to start shooting. Set it on the nose. You're welcome from my end, and I'll bet you're welcome from a whole bunch of other people. Great comment. Thanks for putting that up. Uh, James Brown. All right, I've got a craft fair coming up next month and got a sided deer leather that I want to use and don't know what to do with it. Oh, I mean, right off the bat, pouches, little cinch pouches. My mom loves these because they don't travel a lot anymore, but she used to store her jewelry in the deer pouches. Well, little 6x6, 5x5 pouch because they're so soft. Jewelry travels nicely. But on the period side or just knickknacks, all kinds of ways you could go. Or again, glue a much lighter leather to a little bit heavier leather. You got anything you need with a beautiful exterior. Uh, Let's see. Texas Whips. Christian. Hi there, Chuck. I got a new tool chest with a maple top. Oh, and lots of drawers for the workshop. Inspiring to do more leather crafting. Very well. It sounds like you got a good start in your shop. Man, that sounds gorgeous. Uh, let's see. Okay, rare breed. At work, going to try and put in earbuds and listen, fingers crossed. All right, rare breed, fingers crossed. Don't let the boss, right? The paycheck, it's kind of important. I mean, let's don't put too much emphasis on the paycheck. But anyway, all right. So, yeah, Daniel reached a long way from the old beginning. Uh, Old, yeah. Oh, that's man. I look in the monitor. I wonder who the old guy is looking back. I need to change my thumbnail because it looks like it's two different people. So I mean, I almost feel like when we come on live, I feel like I ought to say, okay, everybody, please lower your expectations, right? Yeah. So, uh, Voodoo Crafts, man, look at this. I'm working on pipe smoking accessories package. That one really hits up my grandfather. Smoked a pipe, and he passed relatively early. I didn't get to know him that well, and I wish I would. He was one of evidently, from what I hear, one of the greatest people ever. Um, he smoked a pipe. Every time I smell a pipe, I think of Daddy Buck. That was my grandfather. So, miss him dearly. Always. So, what a great project. I'm glad you brought that up. Very much so. Pam Watson, Pam, you're with us. Dean is with us. Yeah, who's old? Let's see. Um, let's see. Made it August. It's been a long month in the show and county fairs month here. And yeah, okay. Now on the state fairs this weekend, I'll be catching up on Chuck videos. Well, Pam, I hope they're good, but stay busy. That boy, that sounds like you're all over it, and I'm glad to hear that. Um, let's see. DS has got a good question there. DS, first off, great place to ask that question. Um, let's see. Yeah, that's kind of a tough one. Um, sorry, y'all, talking too fast, right? Yeah. Um, I might say trim and drill. Trim and drill the cap, the firing cap, and drop in a small brass rivet. It's going to look pretty good. Um, you might even go with like our antique copper rivets. As long as you use the small cap, but maybe the small cap on a medium, 5/16 inch post. See if that, I think that's going to be long enough to attach that. That's just one way to go, but see if that works. Oh, Guy, we French are very sad not to have Weaver Leather Craft stores. Guy, I agree. I'm in Atlanta. I work remote, and I agree. It's a 9-hour drive to drop into the store. Yeah, or will be when it's open. Night for today is with us. I'm glad to see your name pop up. Very cool. Uh, let's see. Let's see. SA Outdoor Concepts, great question. What sewing machine would you say is best for under 1500 radial arm machine for bags and such? One in class, but yeah, class 26, but 2600. Well, since I work for Weaver, I have an idea. Go to our website. Yeah, how about that? Go to our website. But at the same time, go with what works for you, both in your shop, what you're comfortable with, what you're working on. That's the biggest point. Are you working lightweight, medium weight, or heavyweight? That's going to play a big part. Your heavier weight machines. Now we've got the Cub, hand crank, goes anywhere. Um, and I love it. I love it. But if you're working lighter weight, it's just not going to work for you. So if you're down to a lower weight, like garment weight, Weaver 303, I love it. I sew on that almost every day. And for new folks, it's easy. It's easy to operate, easy to maintain. That's the biggest point. And it's slow. It's slow. That's another big point. Um, let's see, DS. Oh, I hope that experiment with that. With riveting the shotgun shell cap on. Experiment with one and see if that's going to work for you. But I hope it's good advice. Uh, Let's see. Benjamin's got a question there. Have you ever done any lace inlays? I have not. Benjamin, I have not, but I bet somebody here is going to chime in with a good answer for you. I would think so. I want to see this. I'm intrigued, and I want to see this. I've done inverted carving, um, but not the lace work. So see if somebody pop up and see if y'all can help. Chris Gould is with us. Oh, you're kidding, Chris Gould. We got to stop. Come back. Make sure I don't list this one. Made my wife a purse as it was our 29th anniversary Sunday just passed. Chris, I did not know that. I did not know that it was your 29th anniversary. Well, congratulations to both you and Elise. I hope it was a great day. Hope you had a great day. I really do. So happy anniversary there, Chris. Very nice. Um, Dean, 2 weeks. We've got a 48-year anniversary. I need to write that down. At the very least, we need to say hello and happy anniversary in about 2 weeks, right? And that's what is that 48-year. Hallelujah on that one. There we go. Gonna do my best to keep that in mind for next week, Dean. Very cool. Uh, let's see. Ready to start shooting. Got some good advice on machines there. Uh, They're not Weaver, but they're good machines. And let's just leave it there. I need to keep my job. Again, that paycheck thing, right? It's important to keep that coming. Yeah. I like to, I've kind of grown accustomed to eating and living indoors, and a paycheck really helps that. All right. So let's see. Oh, let's see. Dennis. Yeah. Okay. Dennis, thanks for some great comments. Let's see. I also ride motorcycles, and a friend of mine prefers vests over jackets. I agree. I love the look of a good vest. Thinking of making a vest with a back of 9 ounce and then a front of something thick and supple. Anyone have recommendations? I think your 9 ounce might be a little too heavy because the back, we get a lot of bend there. And as we bend forward, I don't know. I think that 9 might be a little heavier. I bet you're thinking of safety. Yeah, of a surface that just in case, right? So good thought on that one. Um, but it might no, that you know what? You know what you're doing. Let me not throw a wrench into that deal. You know what you're doing there. Um, Dean, September 16th. And it also happens to coincide with day after payday. How nice is that? Okay. Oh, let's see. DS, isn't leather meant to be for a fourth anniversary? I know that it is one of those. Let's see. The first anniversary, I think that's styrofoam. The second anniversary, um, plastic. Yeah, maybe. I know one, and it should be Kydex, right? Well, there should be one in there that's Kydex. Anyway, um, DS, I think you're right. We need to look that up and find out what anniversary leather is. It's probably one of the lower ones because yeah, I think when you get up there, you go into like diamonds and pearls and all of that. Um, I'm not familiar with the list. I mean, I've seen it, but I've never written it down. Uh, let's see. Oh, okay. Conrad just Drajarski. Please excuse me if I'm butchering your name. That's exceptionally rude. But Conrad, again, I'm glad you're here. It's got a great question. As much as I've read thus far, how do y'all keep stitching holes straight where you have to punch through the leather thicker than the length of the prongs on a chisel? Well, thank you for saying so. And hello, beautiful, friendly Poland. Oh, I want to go to Poland so bad. I really do. Conrad, so many thanks there. Now you can use a drill press. We've got a video on using a drill press because I'll use that on like holsters or knife sheaths where I've got 3 or maybe 4 ply. Um, a hand drill will do it, but a drill press just, and I don't know if we can see it. We can. I've just got the tabletop drill press. I'm not kidding. I bought this in the early 90s. I am still using never done a thing to it. Drop a little oil on it once in a while. Anyway, but you've got to get a very tiny little, um, those things that go, that make the hole. Really? Really? A bit? Yeah. Anyway, um, it's like now I don't know the metric conversion, but it's about and it's like a 32nd inch, little bitty thing. You just need a bit. Why am I having trouble with it? That's just big enough to allow both your needles to go through, like if you're doing a saddle or stitch. Um, and then we have what's called a spacing wheel. I've got them, but I rarely use them because if I need to, I tend to go with a straight edge. But you could just mark, like say, I typically will do like maybe 3/16 of an inch. Great. What's that in metric? I've got to get a conversion chart. I'm learning metric. Yeah, simply by adding the metric conversions onto our patterns. I'm getting there. But when we really start to break it down to less than a millimeter, I kind of struggle with that. But I'll get better with that. The point is, Chuck, today, we've only got an hour here. Anyway, where I'm going with that is hobby shops. Hardware stores won't have bits small enough, but go to a hobby shop because they have them, I mean, down to a hair's thickness. When you go to a hobby shop, you're going to go, wow, look at all the large bits, right? Anyway, see if that helps. But that is a seriously thick piece of leather, or you may be talking about like a leather with like say maybe a welt on it. But Conrad, see if that helps. See if it's good advice. But also, you're going to have some good advice rolling in here. So don't just take my word for it there. Nonetheless, glad you're with us and thanks for your great comments. A big hello right back to Poland. Absolutely. Uh, yeah, already start shooting. Thanks. Yeah, there's a shout out there. Thanks. Saying both machines are great. I agree. Yeah, I love them. Love both machines. So anyway, Valerie. Oh, Valerie. First off, thanks for being with us, but thanks for pitching in good information. I believe it's the 5th anniversary is to give leather. Okay, we got to remember that. We got to remember that because that's kind of cool. Leather. I mean, it's got to be in there, right? Got to be in there. Uh, oh, let's see, Guy Heller, Apprentice Gilligan. Okay, so I've missed Gilligan. I'm sorry. I wish I had a search here, but I hope you will find in this art much happiness. I think we all can agree with that. This art really, it's a craft and an art. Um, and this is a funny thought. Now, let me finish before we go. We've met, right? Before we jump to a whole new, and I'll forget about it before we get there. Um, Now, see, I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, okay, we met, right? Anyway, Joe, a very good friend. Got to see her at Waco at the Waco show, but she brought up a very good point. I've never really thought about it this way. Um, but she mentioned that there are roughly two kinds of craft folks, and this made perfect sense to me the minute she said it. There are construction people and the artist. Well, now a lot of us, we kind of cross some lines there, but that hit me very hard because I'm a construction person. I mean, that's where my strength is. Daniel Reach, uh, Jim Linnell, Peter Main. These are artists. Well, okay, let me back up. Like Jim and Peter and Daniel, they probably span, they span the gap. I'm kind of more of a construction person. Love to get creative, but a lot of the stuff Jim does and Peter, that's so far out of my reach. I've just learned to live with it. I'm not gonna get there. I've become comfortable with the fact I'm not gonna get there. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We enjoy both sides of it, and for those folks that can, bridge the span, yeah, good for y'all. Good for y'all. But when Joe mentioned that, I mean, immediately I thought, you know what? I'm a construction person. I feel like that's where my strengths are. So just a small rant, but it does make sense. But also, Joe, great point. Great point to bring that up. Um, oh, Jeremy Johnson drill bit. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I know sometimes. And I don't know if it's getting worse. I think it's just, I don't know. Anyway, okay. Uh, okay. Greg, Greg Tupsaru. Greg, I'm sorry. Please forgive me if I'm botching that. I have a stitching awl, like you use with the pricking iron, that's really good for continuing chisel holes. That's I have actually a valid point. I'm glad you said that. Continuing the chisel holes, because you're right. We can use the chisel to get it started, to get it straight, but also to get it spaced and the direct, that's going to give us a guide. Then come in with a chisel. That's a great idea. Never thought about that, Greg. So glad you brought that up. Every person here can benefit from that knowledge, including me. That's a very good idea. Very good idea. Let's see. Let's see if we can catch up. We've got some stuff to talk about over here. We've got some fun stuff to look at. Uh, Excuse me. There we go. Sorry about that. Oh, Jim Jenkins coming in here. Okay, 3rd anniversary according to Google is leather. We'll write that down. 3rd anniversary. Okay. I'm a little unhappy about that. Why aren't we higher in the list? Right? Right? Yeah. Okay. 3rd anniversary is leather. Unhappy about that, but who do we talk to? The anniversary gift guide people? Is that who we need to send a nasty email to? Okay. Anyway, oh man, Bridget Benson. Oh, well, first off, congratulations and good luck. I'm putting together some leatherworking vids for YouTube. Nice. Um, like my style of tooling. Any pointers? A lot. Oh, but no, dive in. Just like leathercraft, dive in. You're going to find your way through it. You'll learn every bit of it. And Bridget, you've got a great personality. So that's your first step. It really is. So, nope, you're going to be highly successful. Absolutely. Uh, oh, Michael Drew, take care. Good luck getting the kids ready. And yeah, good luck. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Glad you were with us. Glad you're with us. Jump in and say hello. That's all that matters. Uh, let's see. Okay. Rob Scroggins is with us, stopping in for a few minutes between meetings. I'm sorry about that. Meetings are great. They're necessary and the biggest damn waste of time I've ever seen. Anyway, but I hope they're good meetings. I mean, I hope they're good, interesting meetings. Um, DS. Every anniversary is leather, according to the Book of Chuck. Damn right. That's right. So maybe we do our own. Like first anniversary is a belt. Second anniversary is a holster. Third anniversary is a backpack. Fourth is a briefcase. Fifth is some saddlebags. We could nail it on this one. We could do like, I mean, if somebody's going to be married for like 280 years, we got it covered. We got it covered, and we could just keep going. So, okay. Anyway, uh, well, Jason Dugan's actually got a good point here. Third is good. No one wants to wait longer for something cool made from leather. It's a good point. It's a valid point. I totally concur. Uh, yeah. Conrad. Okay. Okay, Conrad's being the realist here. Seeing as half decent leather products last longer than most of the marriages I've witnessed, we should be higher. I think that's a pretty good Conrad. Agreed on that one. I hate to say it, but you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. So if you have, all right, I think we've mentioned this before, but there's, as I mentioned, a realist, right? Okay. So the optimist sees the glass as half full, the pessimist sees it as half empty. I'm a realist. All I see it is if I stick around here long enough, I'm gonna have to wash the glass, right? That's the realist, right? Okay. So anyway, um, that's right. That's a good one. Thank you for that one. Let's see. Yeah, J.R. Crafting, a very valid point. Uh, let's see. Oh, Dennis. Oh, coming back again, Dennis. I'm glad you're with us. Smaller drill bits for hobbyists for hobbies are known as pin vise bits. I used to do miniatures for years. Okay, okay. I'm gonna write that down too. Pin vise bits. Good bit of knowledge there. Very nice. Very nice. Uh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Valerie Rutt's got some good information there. David Gilmore. Uh, you didn't by chance work with Roger Waters, did you? And you've probably, oh, I've never heard that one before. I just had, because that's one of my top 5 favorite bands. And I love David Gilmour's music. Sorry if, you've probably heard that about a bazillion freaking times. Uh, let's see. Okay, David, but it's a good. All right. Anyone else use their leather tools for so much more than leather projects? No, I never do that. No, I don't. I don't do that. I do not do that. Right? Um, that's a. Let's say. Oh, you're exactly right. Yeah. Okay. I've just moved house. And I've used loads of my leather tools around the house to fix men, but oh, I got them all over the house. I shouldn't say this. My mower, my lawnmower, it's got that stupid handle where it won't keep rolling or won't keep running unless you hold it, right? Every time you have to walk away, it shuts down. I got a piece of Latigo lace on there that's been on there 6 years in the weather, in the garage through winter, summer, fall. It still works great. Piece of leather. It still works great. On our balcony, I replaced the top pieces of board, whatever they're called, the railing boards, blah, blah. Anyway, one little section, it's like it's a little eighth of an inch that so it would, over time that board would bow. I dropped in an 8 to 9 ounce strap under that. That's got to be 4 or 5 years ago. It's never bowed. It still looks good. And so, yeah, good one. There's all kinds of places that we can use leather, not just to make leather projects. And I swear, if I sat down for 5 minutes, I bet I could come up with 20 places around the house where I use pieces and parts of leather. So glad you brought that one up. Absolutely. Uh, oh, Bridget, the pocket knife. Oh, nice. Yeah, got to carry a little pocket knife. You don't know how much you use it until you don't have it with you. That's exactly right. Oh man, Alfonso Lou. Hi, all the way from Guatemala is in the shop with us today. Glad you're with us. Honored that you've chosen to spend some time with us. Welcome to your new family. Yeah, you're absolutely a part of the family now. So thanks for being with us. Let's see. Oh, night for today. Dean, I use fuzzy leather for Christmas ornaments. Neat effect on a tree. Really? Night for today. Do you have a time to drop a pic of one up on the fan page? I'd love to see what you're talking about. Um, let's see, Alfonso. Again, new to leather here. I hope you're having a good time with it. Let's see, been working on it for a month now. Thanks for all the videos. I've been learning a lot through them. Quick question. Oh, well, first off, Alfonso, thank you for saying so. Absolutely. But yeah, drop a question up here. Yeah, let's see. Okay. Yeah, you talk about ounces for leather. The higher the weight, the thicker. That's exactly right. So if you think about it like a pouch weight leather, a 4 to 5 ounce. Now I just say pouch weight. I'm thinking more veg tan, but a 4 to 5 ounce is about a 16th of an inch thick. An 8 to 9 ounce, which is roughly twice that, is about an eighth of an inch thick. You're exactly right. Now those two weights, if you're new to leather, those are the two weights I use all the time. I always have a 4 to 5 and an 8 to 9 in my shop. 8 to 9 standard belt weight. Yeah, sounds like I'm lisping. A belt weight, and then a 4 to 5 ounce for pockets or smaller sheaths. And you can actually combine the two to make a very thick leather piece of leather. So many ways you could go. Here's where I'm going with this. As you start to work leather, now you'll start to fine tune the weights that you like. Like, say, I like a 5 to 6 a little bit more than a 4 to 5. Well, that's a little bit more of an obscure weight, but if that's what you like, we've got it. We've got it in sides. Um, and I think we've got that in bellies and single shoulders. I'd have to look. We got we got different weights of everything, and I never know what I until I look at our catalog or our website. But yeah, you're exactly right. Um, and in our catalog, we've got a little guide that will show you the weight, the irons, which I think is old school, and then metric, and then imperial thickness. I think that's it. There might be one more. Anyway, and I can't imagine we don't have that on the website. I haven't looked for it, but I can't imagine that's not on there. But just you'll get a feel for the weights in no time simply by working with them. Um, let's see. Oh, we've got oh man, it's wow, we've been chatting here. Okay, let's do this. Let's jump over here. Okay, so here's something that might be a mistake. Okay. So I've got a lot of stamp tools. Well, I work for Weaver and I get one of everything we carry, and I had my own batch before I started with Weaver. And I buy, a few here and there. The point is I have a lot of tools. Okay. What a mess. What a mess. I can't ever find the tools I'm looking for. Okay. Ding, bright idea. Yeah, maybe not. Um, so I decided that I would categorize my tool racks. Okay, so here's one of them. Can we see the little blue lines? Yeah, how cool is that? I've always wanted to do that. I've always thought about doing that. So, like right here, yeah, we can see that. Okay, so down here, I've got my backgrounders, bevels, veiners. Yeah, look at all the cool basket weave in the middle, then geometric, and then just general. Okay, so I'm gonna dump that. I'm gonna dump it between here. Oh, I'm gonna. Okay, I've come to live with it. Over here, I actually had to make a list because there are more categories than there are holes in my. Okay, so over here we've got backgrounders, bevels, veiners, basket weave, and geometric. Okay, so over here, specialty, flower, camo, uh, and braids. Braids and Bombays. That's a new one. Oh, borders. Oh, it's border stamps. Okay. Yeah, I can't read that. So, okay. So, what I've done is I've got my rack in my shop. My weaver shop is on that side. So, it's my shop, my office, and the weaver shop is set. So, I keep that one over there. All I've done is made myself walk back and forth more. That's all. And I can't remember what's in each rack. I thought, ooh, let's make a cool little tag, with leather. Let's stamp, with like a veiner, and that ain't gonna do any good. So anyway, all I've done is make myself walk more. I still don't have a good answer. Unless I can make a tool rack that's got like 500 holes in it. Really? Okay, that's gonna weigh like 65 pounds. Wait till that one dumps over in our shop. I just walk away. You know what? I'll buy new tools. I'll start over, right? Anyway, okay. So let's see. That was just a side note there. Um, okay, now we're supposed to way up front, but somebody can't stop talking. Um, just a little trick for the new folks. Things that tripped us up or gave us a headache when we were starting out, things that just were confusing to us. Um, y'all, anybody that's got one of these that just comes to mind, drop it up here, all the new folks. But this is one that's kind of valid because, and I do this, I think we all do this. I bet the big names out there do this too. We all have a pile of unfinished projects. We have, and I can't remember who it was, but the shelf of shame was one, right? The bin of failure was another one. From time to time, projects just don't go as planned. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Well, on one side, this may simply be that we really screw something up. That's called a craft fail. It happens. But on the other side, I've got 3 or 4 projects over here. Nothing's really gone wrong. I think what can happen to us is that we we don't it's not that we don't know where we're going next. There's too many possibilities. Like say we start a project and we're just gonna I'm making a cell case for my wife. Okay. Perfect example. Um, so I decided to just drop in a little D, maybe a little flourish on either side of the D, dress it up some. Can we see that? I wish I'd thought more about that because it's for my wife. Really? Is that all I'm gonna do? I mean, so now this is gonna go aside, and I'm gonna tool one. Like, it's your wife. Let's do something cool, right? Instead of a blah blah. Anyway, I think a lot of the point is we lose our direction because we've got so many possibilities out there. Well, I was gonna add a white stitch line. Actually, if I go with a blue stitch line, then if I do like, okay, with this, okay, let's go black. Let's go with a blue stitch line. But what do you think? Maybe we drop in a blue antique, kind of make that, okay, well, if we do that, wouldn't it be right? See, where I'm going with this is not that we've walked away from a project. It's that the design hasn't come into focus yet. And I think, anybody that's new, I'm talking true or talking poo here, right? Um, Does anybody see this? And we'll look at that project, and at some point we'll go, "Oh, wait a minute. This is," and now you pick that project up and you start rolling. Don't beat yourself up over this. It happens. I've got 4 or 5 around the shop that it's not that I think I've lost interest. It's that the whole thing hasn't come together yet. But okay, silver lining to this, we got a project over there ready to go. If we hit our shop and we've got no idea, let's look over there. Let's pick one up and start rolling. So the point with new folks, don't beat yourself up over little mistakes or setting a project aside. Don't do it. It's part of the learning curve. But also, we got a project over there just waiting for some love, right? Wait for some love. And when we knock that together, we're going to love it. So, anyway, uh, let's see. Oh, no. Night for today. The garbage can of rage. That's a good one. That's it. It can happen. It can happen. It can happen. Anyway. Okay. So speaking of craft fails, right? Okay. Ooh, good segue, Chuck. So my mom and dad have two very close friends, and um, so he wanted me to make him two Western belts, right? This is a little bit in the past, and I made two belts. I made one a tapered, right, with a buckle and tip. It was gorgeous, right? So he liked those so much. He found a beautiful buckle at the is it the Calgary Stampede? I think that's where he was. Paid a penny for it, a pretty penny for it. So he said, "Well, how about hey Chuck, can you make me two belts?" I'm like, "Oh, I'd love to, right?" So I've got two belts here. Um, and I can't believe how beautiful that brown came out. Well, first off, it's Weaver. This is our Weaver Select. I mean, look at the flesh side. That almost looks as clean as the top grade. But also, so I went with just, your kind of a standard old school border stamp. I've got the mule's foot and I've got a veiner in there. So I dropped in the light brown pro dye. I mean, we've heard this, right? So if you get bored, let me know. So I dropped in a medium brown antique, and then I thought, you know what? Well, I mean, I didn't think at that point, I didn't think, what? This was in the original design. So I decided to drop in some spots. And I don't know if I like that or not. Here's the craft. Oh, no, this is a twofer. This is a twofer. Oh, even better, right? Right. Okay, so I don't know if we can see that. Yeah, I think we can see it. Can anybody see a missed punch there? Somebody was just not paying attention. Now, I'm not going to point fingers here. Actually, I am. But so now I've got this little punch mark there. But also, I thought, well, why don't we instead of let's take the design across the buckle because it's going on a trophy belt, right? It's going to go on a trophy buckle, or it is a trophy buckle. So I thought, well, let's leave this end open since we're not going to see it. The bend back, we're not going to see that. And let's just run our spots down. Let's run our design down to this end. Well, when I was setting spots, oh, I'm just happily setting spots along. I'm just jamming along. And all of a sudden I run out of belt. Oh crap. Okay. So now I've got spots exactly where a buckle would land. That is simply not going to do. Well, it's a pretty belt. I might save that one for me. I don't know. So now on this, the brown one, I don't know if I should add spots or leave it right where it is. I just don't know. Anyway, so that's kind of like a 2-for-1 craft fail. Oh, I got craft fails everywhere. We could talk. We could go on for an hour. Anyway, um, wow, Pam Watson. I got two 50-pound bags of scrap leather from friends on the east side of Washington that are really doing leather. Wow, it sounds like. I bet there's some great stuff in those scraps. Manna from heaven, right? Yeah. Uh, Liana S is with us. Liana, very nice. Let's see. Bubble Bomb. Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. Yeah, we kind of didn't see that coming. That everybody from all we weren't thinking. I mean, who would have, right? We've got a worldwide leather family. Any one of us can go anywhere on this beautiful planet and have a friend. How cool is that? How many people can say that, right? How many people can say, hey, I've got a big family? Well, how big's your family? 6,900 people? Yeah, right? Yeah, who can say that? We can say that. Okay, so anyway, um, let's see. Okay, MotoGP. Howdy, Chuck. I'm having trouble getting the shape for a tapered belt as I don't get English point punch here in India. Well, first off, MotoGP, big hello to our friendly neighbors, sort of friendly neighbors on the other side, right? But a big hello to a big friendly country, y'all. Love to see India one day. Anyway, big hello to India. But let's see. So I'm not able to get the shape, nor any jigsaw is available online to mark the shape. Okay. I would say, okay, try this. Try this. Like, say, if your belt's 1.5 inch, put a center mark, inscribe that center mark so you can fold it in half. And then even like I've used the dye from a bottle of cap. So draw in a line, a curve, say coming in 1/4 of an inch. So so what I'm talking about here is going from 1.5 inch to 1 inch for a 1 inch taper, and then just draw your line from there. Then simply cut the belt, cut that out. So now you have a template. You've made your own template, and you can use that both on the buckle end and the tongue end. And you can cut that with a box knife. And like I said, that's the only thing I use to cut leather. So you can cut that with just about anything. But what'll happen is because you're folding that over and cutting it out, it's going to be perfectly symmetrical every time. And you can trace with that if you need to, or you can just make two marks on the leather where you need to cut. I'd say mark your leather. That's probably the best route. But see if just making your own little simple template will help there. Um, we've done a couple of videos on doing that, like say for an English point. You can simply fold it, use a French curve, draw it out, cut it, and when you open it, it's perfectly symmetrical. So even if it is a little short or a little long, it's still going to look like it was made that way. So, see, I hope that helps. I hope that helps. See if that's good advice. Uh, let's see, Jason Dugan. I'm going to have an answer for you here in about a week. Maybe on the next one. Uh, let's see, what is the lightest brown pro dye that ends up looking like a light brown after dye, neat's foot, and leather balm? All the browns I keep turning out darker than expected. Jason, and oddly enough, that's the pro that's the pro light brown, but with a medium antique on it. So it brings it down. Just the antique brings it down just a little bit. Are you looking for something a little lighter than that? And if so, by the next time we get together, I might have an answer. I'll not say why. We're just getting some samples in. Let's just leave it at that. Let's see what happened because they sound beautiful. They sound beautiful. Okay. So anyway, maybe I'll have an answer for you here soon if that brown is a little too darker brown. I know. That question sends us in a whole loop of thought. Um, let's see, is that Tilia level? Well, I'm glad you jumped in nonetheless. It's good to see your name pop up. Haven't been gone for a while. Life happens. Yeah, like we always say, this working for a living thing kind of cuts into the middle of my day, right? So, yeah, anyway, uh, Valerie Rutt, yeah, Valerie, y'all, thank you for helping everybody out. I can't answer all of these. Sometimes I just don't have a good answer. Yeah. Um, oh, look at this night for today. Um, let's see. Let me come to that back to that. Let's see, Keith Bjugstad. Hello, right back to you, Keith. Please excuse me if I'm botching your last name. Sorry about that, but doesn't matter. You're with us. That's all that counts, Keith. I'm glad to see your name pop up. Okay, so on tonight for today. Managing the fan page. I'm amazed the number of people from Egypt, South Africa, Vietnam, and Australia. Well, there's four big shout outs to some great countries and friendly people right there. Y'all come in and join the family. Absolutely. You are absolutely welcome. And you'll see, drop a project, drop something you work on anything, even if you're brand new. Nobody is going to make fun of a project that looks like it's made for somebody brand new. What you're going to get is a whole bunch of oohs and ahs. We've been there. Every one of us have been there. Not important. Drop something on the fan page and see what happens. You'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about. Also, too, and again, forgive me because during the show season, I kind of fell off on the fan page. I'd kind of stop it. I think I'm back and caught up now. I think I'm back and caught up, and let's do this. 354. It's already 354. Let me grab my pen. Nope, it's gone. All right, because we need to do this. Uh, Oh, Jason Chapman. All right, but I know there's so many great. Okay, Jason Chapman. My dad was a Marine Corps fighter pilot. Yeah, and I've heard this. You're exactly right. Okay, hi Chuck. We had a saying in the military: no plan ever makes it past first contact intact. Sums up my leather work perfectly. Uh, Oh man, I've yet to complete a project I've not rethought or reworked or a mistake or reworked a mistake. Jason, you're exactly right. Who has, right? I bet even the top names do exactly that. You're exactly right. But thanks for a great comment. Absolutely. That is great. Oh, Chris, Chris, thank you. Don't forget the boss's notes. That's right. Got to keep my job. Okay. So let's jump over here. Let's quickly mention this because I do want to shout out to a couple of names on the fan page. All right. So notes from the boss. Today is the last day of 10% off of all hardware on the website with promo code hardware10. Okay, hardware and then the number 1 and 0. Stock up because there's nothing more frustrating. I swear this happened this week 5 different times. Okay, making a keychain, right? Simple keychain, right? Gift. Um, so I've got in like the 3/4 inch swivel clip. Yeah, chap snap clip. I've got antique brass, antique copper, um, nickel, polished nickel, uh, and polished brass, and I need antique nickel. Guess which one I don't have on my shelf? Same with D rings, same with O rings, and same with buckles. All in the last week. Okay, use my misery, right? To or if you've got some, 10% off hardware, that's pretty good. So stock up on just a couple items, that you use on a regular basis. I don't do this, but you should, right? Yeah, right. Do as I say, not as I do. Anyway, okay, so uh let's see, Dean, who's Chunk? That'd probably be me. Right, right. Everybody see Friends, Chandler Bong, yeah, Chandler, right? Yeah, we get the same mail. We get the same mail. Okay, okay. I know because the clock is ticking. Oh, how does this hour go so fast? And our hours at work absolutely do not. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I'm not happy about it. Who do we talk to about this? Okay, anyway. All right. So back to the fan page. Y'all, so many beautiful projects. All right, Jan. Jan's got a tough one right up at the top this morning. He's got a sheath. I think it's a sheath, and it's got two designs stamped into it. Actually, one's looks like one's kind of been carved or scraped into it. So Jan's asking, hey, the person that owns it doesn't want these designs in it. I posted that I just don't have a good idea, but maybe you could pop the stitches in the main body and just drop in maybe little, cool little plugs or plugs. I say, take a little round piece of leather and sew those on. Make it look like, part of the design, maybe a square piece, maybe one that could match the edges. That's a long shot, Jan, but nonetheless, got some great comments and some good possibilities there. Jeremy Johnson, Jeremy, oh, already thinking of Christmas stockings or stocking stuffers, some beautiful tags. Those are gorgeous. Laser engraved, I would bet. What a great idea, Jeremy. It's got some good ideas there. What a great gift for a bunch of different people. Easy to make and they look good and they'll think about you year after year. Um, Kent Ritchie, has got his first holster, and I gotta say, it looks about 1,000% better than my first holster ever did. I tell you what, Kent, you've got some good work there. Absolutely. Debbie St. Clair, come on, these are beautiful work. Unbelievable. Just knocking it out of the ballpark with the masks. First off, these are gorgeous. Um, but the belt, absolutely clean and beautiful. Absolutely. It's got a gorgeous dye, deep dye, good gloss. Beautiful belt there, Debbie. Um, and Pamela Walter Gauk. Pamela, I hope I'm saying that right. Um, a saddlebag type purse, and you've got the filigree punches in that. I love those. I absolutely love those. Pamela, you've got a great, beautiful project going there. Let's see. Oh, I forgot. There's one more note from the boss. Okay. We're also offering 10% off on all Skivers with promo code Skiver10 or Skiver10. So if you need to do some skiving, now's the time to buy one. We actually have talked about a I Hate Skiving Club. Wow. And the boss is going, don't say that now. You just pitched the skivers, right? We'll talk about that next week. Okay. Yeah. Okay. My boss, relax. We'll talk about that next week. We'll put a good distance between those. How about that? So, no, Skyver's great, and they really help out in a number of places. So, okay, it is 4 o'clock on the nose. I don't know how we got this far so fast. Anyway, okay, so next time we get together, I feel like I'm starting to work into your time now. I always forget to say I'm gonna leave this open for a couple of minutes if you got something you needed me to say. Also on the fan page, if you've got a question, you got a project on your table, and hey, I need an answer now. Fan page is probably going to be your best bet. Jump over there, you'll get 10 great, solid, well-informed answers in no time at all. Um, y'all, thank you for being with us. Babs, I just keep see these coming by. MB Photography, Bumble Bum, yeah, oh, Cindy Dodge Girl 411. Y'all, it's so I see new names. How fun is that? How fun is that? So, anyway, I'm gonna leave this open for a minute. If you've got questions, hit the fan page. But also, if you've got a project you're just exceptionally proud of, put it on the fan page because we're going to be proud of it too. All right. It's from a family member, right? That's exactly right. So, all right, y'all. Thank you for being with us today. Thanks for taking time. I hope it was worth every minute. I really do. It's a point in my week that I look forward to getting together with friends. That's the coolest part. Talking some leather. We didn't talk food. It's a record. It's a record. I think we've been doing these 2.5 years now. Unbelievable. I think that's right. And this might be the first one when we didn't go into food. Ribs. Okay, so we got that knocked out. Okay. Anyway, y'all, love spending this time with you. More than you know, and I hope y'all feel the same. Chris Gould, thank you. Always great comments. Bridget, Jeremy, David Buswell. Oh, I'm glad to see your name pop up. And Adam Wetzel, Armor Series, please. Yeah, man. That kind of fell to the back burner with the show season this summer. Kind of been out of the shop a lot, but back in the shop. Time to pick up all these things we've talked about. All right, y'all, I'm going to let you go. I hate to say that. That sounds terrible, right? Anyway, it's been an absolute pleasure as always. Y'all have a great Wednesday evening, or if you're already into Thursday, have a great Thursday. Second half of your week, hump day. Everybody have a great weekend. I hope you got some great on your work table. We'll talk Christmas gifts. We'll go over some ideas next week or the week after next. Yeah. Love y'all. It's been an absolute pleasure. Good luck with your project. Got to say that, right? We got to drop that in there. And again, I'm going to read every one of these. So thank you, everyone that posted everything. It's a pleasure. So, all right, y'all have a good evening, good week, good weekend. Love y'all. Bye.